You fucking derailed me again. Oh, Riyadh. This is what I want to say about Riyadh. I don't fucking care. Go to Riyadh. Go do your
Yeah.
stupid comedy show.
Welcome to episode 278. I was right. I didn't even finish saying that before I loaded. Adrian's back. Somehow he keeps letting me convince him to come on the show and be immature with me, which is
It's
great.
just good practice for me because I'm doing an actual radio show over
An
here. I'm not.
actual radio show, ladies and
Well, I say
gentlemen.
actual. No one cares, and
As
I
it
don't
go over
care.
a radio,
Yeah, it's an
then
F.
it's an actual radio show.
Yeah. They built a big FM tower, telegraph tower. I think they're called a
Do you get
pylon.
paid telegraph tower? That's an inside joke for us from before when I called Adrian a Brit because instead of calling a telephone pole, he called it a telegraph pole, like he's 1,000 years old. And I'm only salty because he made fun of my Outrage Factory picture behind me.
No, I'm not even
So
making fun of it. I didn't. I think it's great. Who did it? Did you make that?
AI made it.
Oh, I hate it.
Well, I took the photo and then I got AI to make the photo a cartoon, and I got AI to put the like lettering over top.
You know that in the time it took to make that, all the lights blinked out across Turkey.
Probably. Hey, all I'm doing is trying to get them to actually build nuclear power plants again
Hmm, interesting.
because they were dumb. They're like, we could use green energy, then we don't have to do nuclear. And then they're like, wait, we built these giant server farms. We actually need enough power to power them. The only explanation is nuclear. And then it's like, hey, welcome to the future. We were
Did we
almost
not?
there in the 70s.
Did we talk about this last time? Was it last
No,
week? The week before?
I don't think we talked about this.
Because there's that notion. I'm
Yeah,
not endorsing it either way.
yeah.
In my heart, I am, but I'm not going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
But there's this notion out there that when the provincial government of Nova Scotia stopped people from going into the forest,
Yeah.
it was shortly after they had repealed a law prohibiting uranium mining.
Oh,
Uh, and oddly enough, and here's the thing, coincidences happen.
yeah.
But oddly enough, the uranium prospecting was happening in that region where they
Oh,
didn't want
really?
people going and setting fires.
Mm.
It's just
I didn't hear
selfish.
anything about that. That's actually wild. That's
Well, I've so other people, and I just read what they say.
mhm.
I don't, again, I'm not endorsing this, but the other people will say, well, maybe this is connected. Maybe, because you're right. How do we power this fucking Colossus, the Forbin project that we've built, but worse? Have you ever seen that film, Colossus, the Forbin project?
No.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe we should pause this fucking thing and you go watch it.
Yeah, I'll
And then
just
we'll,
yeah,
and
I
then we'll
managed to
resume.
squeak out an hour but of avoiding toddler duties, and I'll be like, "Okay, Andrea, Adrian told me to watch this. I'm assuming it's old
Yeah,
because
it's from the
I've never heard
60s.
of it. I'm gonna watch this six. Is it
Really?
sci-fi at least?
Yeah, it's very
Is it
sci-fi.
robot?
You know
Okay,
who it
I love
stars? What, Victor Newman?
I'll watch old movies only if they're sci-fi.
What was the guy, that old actor, handsome, silver-haired, silver fox, fantastic facial hair system. Like, Victor Newman from Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, that guy. That super handsome old guy that I totally know who you're talking about. Victor Newman. What a stud.
Yeah. Yeah. He's in it.
Yeah.
He's my spaniel.
Oh, hi, Spaniel. Are you
So
not giving names because you don't want the internet to know for
Augie.
safety reason?
Name's Augie.
Oh, that's a cute dog name.
So I've got this
So,
radio show on an
yeah,
actual FM
that's weird. I
station.
was just gonna be like, so this radio show, do you get paid at all? You
No, I'm
should
doing it as a favor to them.
you should
But I have to be careful.
get the
Hmm?
guy to give you $1, and then you could tell everybody you're a professional radio host.
That's true. I could do that. I'm not gonna. I don't really care. But
I care. Do it.
the reason I bring it up is because you know, I'm supposed to be doing a show about movies. It's called it's called Lights, Camera, Adrian.
Yeah. Instead, you bring your what's his name, Victor Newman talk to this podcast, and
Well, now
you're
that I've thought of it,
burning
I
premium
actually
FM content, Adrian.
well, yeah, but our listenership is like I think the youngest person is 58.
Oh, so they'll know who Victor Newman is.
Of course they don't. How could you not know who Victor fucking Newman is?
I forget so many actors' names, even ones I love. I don't know their names.
I can't remember his name, but
You know
he
what?
was really good looking,
I'm gonna
I
I'm gonna
suppose.
Google his name. Oh,
It
so
might
it's
not
not
even be
Victor
Victor
Newman?
Newman. That was the character he played. But here's my point. I couldn't help. I did an episode today, and I couldn't help. There was a reason for it
Oh,
because it is a
that
movie show.
guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Young
Let me
and the
show the viewers at
Restless.
home. What?
It's from Young and the Restless. Eric Braeden.
Eric Braeden.
Yeah.
Yeah, now not so fucking.
Just so everybody who doesn't know who Eric Braeden is, he's that guy from soap operas who looks like Tom Selleck but isn't Tom Selleck.
Right.
Looks exactly like Tom
I
Selleck's
mean, they kind
brother.
of had parallel careers in a strange way. Tom Selleck had a lot of bad luck, a lot of good luck, but a lot of bad luck. He was in the film Myra Breckenridge with Raquel. Anyway,
Raquel Welch.
based on the Gore Vidal novel about a sex change operation in the 60s.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. Some guy, I can't remember who, I think it's Timothy Dalton. I don't know, it's not. But anyway, some guy turns into Raquel Welch. And who wouldn't,
Oh,
given the
jeez. If
fucking
I had the
choice?
choice to be me or Raquel Welch, even is she dead?
Good question.
Before I make my next joke, I was just saying, even the way she looks now, but I didn't want it to be too dark if she's a corpse and be like, I'd still take it.
William
Eh,
Shatner is 90.
dude, that reminds me. That chimpanzee girl just died. Woman.
Oh, Jane Goodall.
Yeah, she was 91.
Well,
Oh, she died
she
in 2023. Raquel Welch did. Sorry.
so Jane Goodall outlived Raquel Welch.
Hmm.
There's no justice. There's no cosmic justice in that.
I don't know. I feel like if anything is cosmic justice, it's that. Whoa, Raquel Welch was only 83. But
Yeah.
I feel like people like Jane Goodall who put good out in the world should live longer than actresses, even if
Did
they're
Jane
super
Goodall
hot.
put good out in the world? I mean, I know she did great work with monkeys,
I mean, we didn't know
but
what monkeys were before she did her work. We're all just like, are those furry little people? And she was like, no, they're chimpanzees, and I'm gonna
but
talk to them. And then she,
Ja- Jane Goodall was an ardent Malthusian.
what's
She
that?
was she was very much in favor of radical depopulation of the planet.
Well, that's just so there'd be more chimpanzees. She's selfish. She's like, if there's more chimpanzees, then I get paid more to study them. So I want everybody to die so I can have more chimpanzees. And
That
Adrian,
might
who of us at one point in our lives wasn't like, it'd be pretty much a lot cooler if there's a little more elbow room around this place?
I've never thought that except on
Really?
the London Underground
Not even
a
in
lot.
traffic or looking for
Well,
parking
no, because I
spots?
don't I didn't get my driver's license until I moved to the country
When did you move to the country?
9 years ago.
Oh, crazy.
I mean, is it the
Oh,
country? It's
wait.
like
I thought
I
you
moved.
meant to the country as in Canada from Britain. I didn't
No,
know
no.
you
So I moved.
you didn't have a driver's license when I met you?
No, I did not. Don't you remember I used to ride that terrible old Raleigh bike?
No. I thought
Yeah.
you were just doing that because you were an old hipster.
No, well, I was, but also also I didn't have a driver's license. I was
I mean,
terrified of driving.
you lived in downtown Vancouver. You didn't need one.
I lived in downtown Vancouver. I had a partner who drove, and I was surrounded by friends who drove. They loved that I didn't drive.
Oh man. Right now,
They
I
loved it.
wish to be the partner without a license so I could just play on my phone more.
Well, now I'm the partner with the license. My wife is retired from driving since I got my license, and fair enough. I mean, I like she's got a lot of payback coming. So now I do all the fucking driving.
Mm.
All the driving. I couldn't have had a busier day today, but I had to drop her off at the ferry.
Yeah.
She's off to Tofino with her girlfriends.
Oh, nice.
But Jane Goodall,
So
say
you're wasting
let's
your
imagine a
free
scenario
night
where
with me talking about
yeah.
Jane Goodall?
Well, I gotta take the dogs for a walk
I
shortly, but
feel
yeah.
blessed, Adrian. I'm glad you took the time out of your stag night to fucking make fun of Jane Goodall. And if my girlfriend ever listens to this podcast, she's gonna fucking hate me because she loves Jane Goodall.
But so that's I can't hold that against anyone, but I want to know why. Like people don't do people really know who is this Jane Goodall character?
I'm the wrong person to ask
She,
because I don't.
I don't know, like well then I would urge you, avoid the mainstream documentaries and so forth. She's very winsome in her
Uh,
youth. I mean, a very attractive figure, but maybe dig a little deeper. And she didn't care much for humanity. And maybe you dig that. Maybe you think that's cool. It's fine. You have that choice. I don't. As I get older,
yeah.
I'm really, really about, and this is a hard thing for me to admit, about mending fences. And
People
and
hate you?
oh yeah, and I hate people.
How?
Oh God.
You're charming as F.
That's makes it worse, right? Because then I pull the rug, and then the hatred you love hard, you hate hard. You know what I mean?
What did you do? Are you secretly a jerk and I never knew? Did you never like me enough to be a jerk to me? Am I
No,
finding out
I
now?
was always very fond of you. In
I never
fact,
got close enough for you to turn on me?
you got way too close.
Earn my bridge, Adrian.
I don't want to. I just told
Burn
you
my
I'm about
bridge,
mending
daddy.
fences. No, the windows, the time has passed.
Okay.
There's a long period there where I could have kicked you to the curb, but
You could
no,
have,
now it's too late. No,
but you
even if I
didn't because
wanted
of
to, I
this.
couldn't. Well, you're a father. You're a father now, and you make an honest living, and I respect that.
Hmm. It hurts. I'm right
I-
now. I kind of wish I would could go to like Riyadh Comedy Festival and make 500 grand.
So you wanted to talk about this thing, hey?
I don't know. I just put it on there as a topical thing to talk about if we wanted
Well,
to.
you must have. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Before we move on,
Yeah,
I just want to make sure we've tied up the Jane Goodall talk.
not a fan. I mean, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Um,
I mean, we're not going to dance on her grave. I personally
no,
know that my girlfriend respects her a lot. I
yeah,
just know her as the chimpanzee woman. For a long time, I got her confused with the Gorillas in the Mist woman. And
Sigourney Weaver.
no, there was somebody who did like a movie, Gorillas in the Mist.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was starring Sigourney Weaver. By the way, that's what there's a Salt Spring joke
Yeah.
about. What do you call a bunch of women hippies in a cedar hot tub on Salt Spring?
What?
Gorillas in the Mist. Movies.
Man, all of my elderly female listeners from Salt Spring Island are just gonna unsubscribe.
Look, it's my job to report,
I
and
hope
that's
you
all
don't
I
say anything
did.
of this on your FM station.
No, I have to be really careful on that one. That's why.
Oh, that sucks.
No, it's great because then I can come here and tell you what I really think. But
Yeah, yeah, you can.
look, I love the hippie women in the fucking cedar tubs. But
Totally convinced, by the way.
the what was it? It was made by that fella who made the Michael Apted, Sigourney Weaver. Come on,
Well,
and
Apted.
I want to say Beiruti Galdikas, but it's not her. Who did she
Hold
play?
on.
Diane Fossey.
Oh, dude, I was gonna say Diane Fossey, but I thought I was making that up out of nowhere. And I can't even pretend that I knew that because I didn't say it out loud. I'm just like, in my brain, I knew it. Mm.
But prior to you hitting record, we were talking about how like everybody is a Nazi these days. It doesn't matter what you do.
Okay.
Like if I pack my lunch in a plastic Ziploc sandwich bag, almost certainly someone's going to see that and go,
Oh my
sandwich
God.
bag, Nazi. You're a
Salt
Nazi.
Spring Island.
Well, it happens everywhere though,
Ah,
And I just think we demean the term. There
yeah.
are actual Nazis out there,
You
real
really
Nazis.
used to have to earn it. Now they just give it away.
But more than that, they occlude. I mean, there. I'm not naming names, but let's just say that a very prominent public individual passed away recently, and that person is seen by and large to be a force for good in the world, for the advancement of reason, science, and the humanities. And that person passes away, and everyone weeps.
Wait,
But
who
in
was
reality,
it?
that person might have been part of a kind of an occluded Fourth Reich, if you will,
Oh,
of cult
what?
of cultural. Well, the word they use now is influencers, but
Yeah.
back then, just vectors for a kind of messaging that comes from a very baleful place. I'm against I'm against, by and large,
I have no idea who you're
depopulation.
talking about, by the way.
I'm against depopulation. Can I just go on the record? I'm against killing billions of people
Was this
in
guy
order
who you're talking
to
about
save
dying?
the planet.
Were you talking about
I don't
Henry
think it.
Kissinger?
No, he's a. You know what Henry Kissinger said? I don't like the guy. What's the line?
Sorry,
The
I had
more
to Google that name just to get that joke. I forgot his name and I had to quickly Google it while you were talking
they
about.
made us outsource our memories to Google 20 years ago, and now we're in the end game with AI.
Yeah, dude, now Google's not even good enough for our memory. Now we have to do it with AI.
So you have no memory.
I already have
Um,
Alzheimer's.
no, but what was I? I was making a really important point.
Did I derail it? Like always.
Yeah.
Um, you're talking about somebody who just died, who bettermented science or humanities.
Hmm.
And then I was like, that'd be funny if I named that guy who
Oh,
bombed all of Cambodia. And then I had to Google who that was. And then I said
Henry
Henry
Kissinger,
Kissinger.
who said, and this pertains to recent events in uh, Canadian history.
Hmm.
And we're working from the premise that Canada is a country. It's not. It's a corporate resource extraction exercise
Who
with
owns us then? Britain still?
people living on it. It depends on the day. Who's looking for the uranium? I don't know. But
How do we still have resources left? They've had like 350 years.
well, we got so much resources,
Yeah.
including people. But here's my point.
Yeah.
Um, Henry Kissinger very famously said, to be an enemy of the United States is very bad, but to be a friend of the United States is lethal.
Ooh, that's true. That's a good quote. I mean,
I hope he
he
really said that.
I think he did. I've heard something similar to that, but like somebody brought that up on oh fuck. Here's my Google memory. The guy who was in fucking charge of Libya. Gaddafi.
Gaddafi.
Yeah, they said that quote that Kissinger said in reference to Gaddafi because Gaddafi like with all the stuff that's going on in the Middle East right now, Gaddafi actually gave up his nuclear weapons and then within like a decade he was sodomized with a bayonet to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a genuine regret around that. I told you earlier that I'm all about mending fences.
Yeah.
I remember when that happened, and I was working for a a progressive news outlet.
Can I say it?
Yeah,
Was it Georgia Strait?
yeah.
Is that even still around?
Yes, it's a
Joke's on
zombie.
them.
There's a
One thing you
zombie
can
Georgia
like
Strait.
AI for.
No, they still like have actual people there and stuff. People I know, some of them, and it's pretty sad. But yeah, I had to do this like daily news thing, which I was not comfortable doing, and I made a joke. I made a very very uncool joke
Oh man, I bet it's
about
hilarious.
Godot. No, it was awful. Especially, knowing what I know now about it and how I feel about, because it was followed up shortly by Hillary Clinton. She made jokes about it. She was what, the Secretary of State at the time?
Are you talking about the "We came, we saw, he died"
Yeah,
line?
fucking fucking horrible.
What a horrendous cunt.
I
I'll
know.
say it.
I know.
You
And
know
like
why I hate Hillary Clinton? I'll never forgive her for introducing fucking the culture war into politics just to beat Bernie Sanders. And then that didn't even work, so she had to cheat. And because of Hillary Clinton, she's probably not the Ebola monkey that started all the fucking libtard shit. But in my mind, she is because
oh,
she,
she's a big lightning rod for it.
yeah, she definitely attacked Bernie Sanders with like trying to get him with like PC talk, like, oh, is all this gonna stop like racism and all this stuff? And then she,
Bernie, remember the whole Bernie Bros thing? What a fucking seriously stupid idea that was. But people bought it because they don't care if it's stupid or not. They need to
well,
have
if your
fucking
choice
weapons.
is Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton,
No, but they tried one of the ways that they undermined Bernie was by inventing this like this faction of I don't know, like rowdy muscleheads called Bernie Bros who didn't exist.
while he did go on Joe Rogan, and that actually was detrimental. Even though Joe Rogan like brought him to this whole new, that's where the Bernie Bros thing started, was because Joe Rogan
Right.
introduced like the muscleheads to Bernie Sanders, and they're all like, "Well, this guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. He's got some good ideas for a politician."
Well, notwithstanding that muscleheads do deserve a voice too.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I don't know if it was actually, I don't think the Bernie bro is a real creature, any more than I think a chimpanzee is a real creature. Jane Goodall never proved that chimpanzees exist.
Nice callback.
Did a lot of talking, but
Yeah.
she never produced the goods as far as I'm concerned. But like I don't see one.
Nope.
But um
Obviously
yeah,
fake.
I mean with Hillary, I mean there's never has there been a more ferocious an opportunistic political animal, you know, but she and vile in every by any metric. Remember when Bernie was going to win the primary
Yeah.
and they did that fucking crazy coin toss with the little retarded kid who do you remember this? And
No.
he lost and it was just it was all it was the you know it was there's a part of me that believes when events like this happen, I think we talked about this last time, you're supposed to know part that's built into the whole performance is like we're going to show you like the stupidest person in the world trying to toss a coin and then they're going to fuck it up and then flip it so that it lands the way that Hillary wants it to land so that we can but like you're supposed to know that you're powerless. It's built into the operation.
Like a revelation of the method type of deal,
Partly that
where the people who are
because
where the evil people who are fixing things have to tell you what they're doing so that they can get karmic relief from it.
well, I think no, I thought it traced back to what I mean Crowley, Aleister Crowley, just crystallized it as evil has to be done in like out in the open
Yeah.
in order to be effective. But
Hmm.
of course, that's not easy. I mean, you also have to massage it so that people don't end up, you know, on your podcast going, I think we're supposed to know that they're evil, murderous assholes and
Wait,
cheats.
wait. I just want to take one step back. Who flipped the coin?
This kid,
Oh,
find the what Jamie? Can you bring up that clip? Is that the name? I never watch Rogan. I don't.
that's a good one though. It took me a second because I was like, this guy doesn't watch Rogan. I was like, wait,
I
does
don't
he know
watch Rogan.
somebody?
I
No,
used to
that's
watch
good.
news radio. I loved news
Oh,
radio.
that was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Hated Fear Factory.
Well, I think everybody did.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like, we were too intelligent for Fear Factor.
oh, Fear Factor, right. I called
Would
it
you?
Fear Factory. That was a Play-Doh playset.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the Fear Factory.
Nice.
It's shove your Play-Doh into these things and you turn a crank and fucking nightmares would come out.
That happens every time I turn my crank. Nightmares come out.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Yeah.
I
Carry on.
just want to hit back, like, I just want to hit back on the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
because the only rules and ways I have for this podcast is I try to make it like something I listen would want to listen to.
Yeah.
And on podcasts, when they bring something up and never go back to it, it pisses me off. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm making such a point to just make a hard left and go back to the Riyadh Comedy Festival. And
Yeah.
the worst part is I don't even have that much to say about it because I was humming and hawing about it today, and I was like, "Oh, that's bad. I can't believe they're going to Saudi Arabia." But at the same time, if you show the citizens of Saudi Arabia comedy, maybe they'll be like, "Hey, we like this. Maybe we should change our whole society and kill our overlords." But that probably won't happen.
No, I don't think comedy's ever done that, but it's a nice sentiment. I just think so I don't give a fuck where a comedian goes to make his or her money.
Hmm.
And I kind of don't give a fuck where me. I know that's a little controversial because I know that Nick Cave is in a lot of hot water because he wouldn't boycott playing in Israel, and I wouldn't go to Israel to play a concert, but
Did he go
I,
recently?
no, I don't know if it was recently or if it's just come back. It's hit the news cycle again or hit the public conversation again because of what's happening.
Well, see, the thing is, like, up until they started doing the genocide, everybody
Yeah,
was there was this weird thing with Israel where it was like people hated you if you went there, but
yeah.
every single politician won't stop sucking their dick.
Well, that's
And
a
you're
whole other
like,
question. That's a whole other thing.
but it's like at one how it's like this weird like almost like paradox of reasoning because it's like you come with me with like you're say you're like some news organization, you come at me or whatever, or you're like pop culture and you're like you should hate Nick Cave because he played in Israel, and it's like, well, isn't Israel that fucking country that we're that the states, I'm just going from a state's perception, isn't
Well,
that
dude,
the country that everybody like Israel's their biggest ally? This is pre the
don't you?
genocide though, what I'm talking about.
I think even pre-genocide, because there already was a
Well,
genocide.
that's what I'm talking about. Even pre-genocide, there was like the whole BDS movement,
Yeah,
like
which was
boycott,
modeled. I mean,
divest, sanction.
yeah. So I'm old enough to remember the anti-apartheid movement and
Hmm.
how it really felt like that. Boycotts and sanctions in particular seemed to work that
Yeah.
one time, but we were also very naive because they didn't work. Nelson Mandela and the ANC turned out to be in bed with the entire neoliberal corporate structure. Didn't make that much difference. It was not he wasn't the savior we were hoping for. And I guess nominally, racism went away, but of course it didn't. It didn't
Hmm.
at all. And South Africa is, facing all sorts of. This is not defending apartheid, by the way, but I just think we had a very simplistic and naive view of these things back then. And I was young, and so
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, BDS, I know this. I feel really guilty about having a soda stream.
Yeah. Well, my whole overarching point on this was like with the Nick Cave thing. It's like they want you to feel bad for liking Nick Cave, but at the same time, they're taking orders from APAC and like Israel's bought all the news organizations
Oh,
and
so you
stuff. And
think this is all coming from the same place? The messaging, which is supposed to turn you against Nick Cave, is being put out by the same people that suck the cog of APAC or whatever.
yeah,
I guess it is sort of in this. It
well,
comes
it's
from the
like
same.
the
I don't
cultural
know. I mean, but on
influencers.
the ground, the sentiment is, oh, Nick Cave is by not by being apolitical, because there's no such
Yeah.
thing. You can't really be apolitical.
Mm-mm.
But I read what he has to say and I dig it. I mean, I'm like, yeah, the left and right to me at this point, those are zombie. It's a zombie construct. It's not real. It's just up and fucking down, man. That's all
Yeah.
there is. And up has got down are fucking fighting with each other all the time. But anyway, you fucking derailed me again. Oh, Riyadh. This is what I want to say about Riyadh. I don't fucking care. Go to Riyadh. Go do your
Yeah.
stupid comedy show. I looked at the roster. I didn't like anyone on it. They're not
What?
funny people.
You don't
Who?
like Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, he's all right. He doesn't. You know what? He's okay.
Actually, you know what bugged me? It's not that they went there. It's that Bill Burr, who I love. He was like my favorite comedian.
Yeah, I
But
really don't like Bill.
but he was doing a lot of pearl clutching over like COVID and since COVID, and he
Oh,
was
he
all
sucks.
like being higher than now, and then he turns around like and fucking goes to Riyadh. Like, bro, they
Dude,
had
he just put out some
slaves.
statement about how he got there and he was all scared, but then he noticed, oh, there's a Taco Bell and a McDonald's and a 7-Eleven. They're just like us. Like it's the worst, to use the
Yeah.
parlance of the times. Fucking intellectually, not even mediocre, sub intellectual slop. Shut the fuck up. But
Yeah.
again, I don't care. Go to Riyadh. What inflames me if because you want me to be outraged. So I'm gonna get
I don't
outraged.
want you. No, the whole point of this podcast is to talk about what people are outraged about.
Too late because
We're
David
chill
Cross.
dudes. We don't get outraged. We're cool guys.
No, I'm pretty mad at David Cross about this.
Really?
Yeah. Did you read his statement?
Yeah, that was flaming. I
Oh,
mean,
what flaming?
there's the
What, like
mean girl in
Tobias
me who
Funke
just
flaming?
there's the mean girl in me who just loves when fucking people go after each other
Oh, he's
and
such a
spill the
fucking.
tea.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's good entertainment, and that's all it is, by the
Yeah.
way. But what a fucking dweeb. Shut up, David Cross. David Cross he worked for fucking Fox. He took money from Fox. So why is it okay for him to fucking take money from one bloodthirsty, murderous regime and then get mad at a bunch of his colleagues for taking money from a different bloodthirsty,
That's
murderous regime?
true.
It's such fucking hypocrisy. But of course, he doesn't really mean it. He's just trying to get ahead of this, what you call the culture war. He's got a contingency. He's got a section of the audience plus a wife that he has to, that he has to placate. And
Story
and
of my
so
life.
here we are. It's not a fucking real issue.
Yeah.
Fucking who cares? And no, I don't. Bill Burr is not funny.
Yeah, and the thing
And
is,
who's
I
that?
didn't even
Who's
know it was over. Like, I
I
thought it
didn't.
was still up and coming, and then they're like, "Oh, it happened," and then Bill Burr was talking about it. Oh, and the other thing about Bill Burr, he's like, "I thought there'd be people there with machetes trying to kill me." Then why fucking go, dude? You didn't think that. If I was like, "Oh,
Oh, he's so full of it.
we're
He's
going to a
not
country
funny.
where there's people," like, I get that he's like just trying to like speak in hyperbole, but there's a point where you just sound like an idiot. Like if you're like, "Oh man, I went to this country and I thought they're all going to kill me with machetes, but I still went to that country."
No,
I'd be like,
honestly,
"Yeah, no."
man, I gotta say, I think Bill Burr is really furiously pandering these days. I
And
think
that's true. He is past his expiry date, I think.
I think so, and I think he's found it. It's not even a niche. It's like it's the big market. It's the big market that wanted Jimmy Kimmel back on, and that's
Mhm.
fine. You want. He's not funny either, and he's a piece of shit. I mean, I don't care that he got sacked or whatever over Charlie Kirk. I do
Oh
care that
yeah,
he
Jimmy Kimmel
actually,
sucks.
well, that guy
Fuck him.
that he actually went on TV and said, "I wish that you, Adrian Mack, die. I hope you die. I hope you die." He
Yeah,
said that.
no, what he said was fucking beyond the pale. Like I don't think he should have been canceled, but I just fucking hate Jimmy Kimmel
No, no,
because he shouldn't
yeah,
have been canceled for the Charlie Kirk thing. He should have
no.
been canceled for saying he wanted anybody who wasn't vaccinated to die.
Thank you.
Like for the people who don't know what we're referencing, there was this point when the COVID was in full string and they were talking about like going to hospitals, and he was like, if the choice is somebody who's boosted and vaccinated and they need a hospital bed, and there's somebody who refuses to get it, he goes, rest in peace, Wheezy. And because he said that, I was like, this guy's a fucking. But he's always crying. Like, dude, like I don't want to be like toxic masculinity here, but fuck you. You're not actually that sad. You're just crying because the cameras are on you, and it's like, just it's
Jimmy
so annoying.
Kimmel is a sociopath.
Oh,
You know,
dude, totally.
Stephen Colbert is a sociopath. Jimmy fucking Fallon is this is the worst thing out of all of them,
Yeah,
and they can all go to hell. I wish them well. I'm trying to mend fences. I don't want to be mean.
you were
I hope
mean to
they.
Jimmy Fallon in the past.
Well, he ruined a night for me. I took my daughter to see Paul McCartney of the Beatles
Yeah.
and Wings.
Ooh.
Wings, the band the Beatles could have been.
Yeah. Wings were better than the Beatles. I will die on that hill.
It's a tiny hill.
Ah, it's my hill because I hate John Lennon.
Whatever. Okay. I took I took my little 9-year-old daughter to see Paul McCartney because she loves the Beatles. And I do too. I would have gone anyway.
Mhm.
And It was a great show. I wept. It came out. He did "All My Loving." That's a tune by the Beatles, and I wept.
Mm.
But anyway, he encored with "I Saw Her Standing There." Now, for our younger listeners, that's a song by the Beatles and an early song,
One of their
first
boy
album.
band songs.
It's a great rock and roll song, and I would actually put top five Beatles songs for me. I Saw Her Standing There.
It's top five Beatles songs, but it's not a good rock and roll song. It's like super simplistic, like early rock.
Yeah, I know it's not super complicated like Chuck Berry's Maybelline.
Okay. I'm just gonna sound like the guy who hates old stuff, which I
That's
am.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Well, I don't hate, but I do not care for Jimmy Fallon. Never
Yeah.
liked him anyway. But so he encores with "I Saw Her Standing There," which meant a great deal to me. Not that, it's my show. There's a lot of other people there who maybe they were happy to see Jimmy Fallon come on stage and fucking ruin that song with his
Oh.
antics. Speaking of chimpanzees, what a fucking red ass baboon he was. And there's
Yeah.
Paul McCartney having to, pretend because he's part of he's in the club, as Carlin would say.
Yeah.
So he has to go along with it, right?
Well, he
Otherwise,
spent a lot of
otherwise
time
they
putting up
chop
with
his arms off. What?
I said he spent a lot of time putting up with Yoko Ono, so I think he can handle Jimmy Fallon.
Man, look, I don't. Did you watch that three part Beatles doc, the Let It Be thing?
No, I hate the Beatles.
Oh, because like Yoko was there with them when they were
Hey
making
Dale, you
Let
know
It Be.
that band you don't like? Do you want to do some homework on them? No, I don't. Thank you.
That's right.
The worst possible scenario that
I
happens
did.
is it makes me
I
like
watched
them.
that Metallica movie.
Oh, I wouldn't watch.
I had to do it for work. I got a theory about Metallica. I'll save it for the next episode.
Are they a manufactured band?
Like an industry plant?
Yeah.
No, I've never thought that. They could
Okay.
be. I don't. But I think James Hetfield's alcoholism is entirely due. It's entirely because Lars Ulrich can't just play a simple, speaking of rock and roll, a simple 4/4 beat.
Yeah.
I think James Hetfield just always wanted to be in like a sort of a power blues band,
Mm-hmm.
like Blues Hammer. But fucking Lars Ulrich
Yeah.
with his, I know he was busy suing Napster and everything,
Was
but
that Lars or James that sued them?
no, it's Lars. James didn't give a fuck. He's
Oh
the
yeah.
cool one. He's the cool one in the band. That's all.
Oh, okay. I just realized that my sign behind my head when I hold my head in a certain spot, it says out factory. And I just want everybody to know that I'm an ally.
Yeah. That's a
Um,
funny thing I saw was people getting quite consternated on Facebook about whether they felt like they didn't want to wear an orange shirt on Truth and Reconciliation Day.
then don't and just
Well,
shut up about it.
but then they got some sort of beaten up by their friends.
Get new
And
friends.
yeah, that's what I did.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like I'm a blue collar guy now,
Right.
and that the shit just never comes up anymore. Like I mentioned before, like my welder privilege, like I never have to worry about what I say for the people I work with or whatever. And it's like none of this culture shit ever comes up.
Huh, yeah. Well, aren't
Like
you underwater the whole time?
no, I'd be rich, probably dead by now. They don't live that long, people who weld underwater. But
Really?
yeah, because it's
I have
like,
a family member that does that.
oh really? Still?
Hmm.
Give them a call. They might be
Well, yeah,
dead.
no, as of last time I checked in.
Yeah.
I mean, oddly enough, I saw a picture of him just before you did this, because he was on the Facebook.
Oh, okay. How old is
So
he?
his memory lives. He's in his He's in his 30s, I think. He's a good
Oh
guy, really
wow,
good guy. Dylan.
young. He's
Good.
probably making fat stacks,
I think he's making a lot of money, you know.
fat money. Is he
How
making
does
Riyadh money?
Yeah, that's the question, right?
Is he making Bill Burr sold his soul to the Saudi Arabians money?
Well, he also Bill Burr was in that Star Wars thing too, right?
Whoa, that was a
What?
fucking good. That was
Yeah,
probably the
that was
best on-screen performance he's had.
it was yeah, and it was one of the few Star Wars things that was kind of good.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
I've watched all Star Wars.
I liked Andor.
Yeah. I'm like one of those guys though, like I have a high cheese tolerance. So when stuff's
Yeah.
cheesy, like I can
Yep.
handle it. It doesn't bug me,
Yep.
but there's a lot of people who it bugs. And like Star Wars is pretty cheesy. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of Star Wars that people hate and I'm like, "Okay. I mean, I liked it, but sure." But yeah, no, like
I think it's a bit of a spent force. You know, it's just another zombie.
that
We're surrounded.
nice
What?
pun.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know
Spent
I did that.
force.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no, it's definitely a well delved into IP. But I'm like one of those guys who likes backstory and wants to know more of like the lore of everything.
It's disappointing to me. Uh, what's your name? Dale.
Is
That
this why you never burnt a bridge with me? You couldn't remember my name? You're like, fuck, if I could remember his name, I'd burn that bridge.
No, because you're a millennial, right?
No,
Oh, what are you?
last year of Gen X.
Are you?
Yeah,
How's that possible?
79, my birth year.
Oh, fuck. I'm like the first year.
Ah, we're the same generation.
We're tethered.
Generation buddies.
Okay, but you, I think I have, boomer aspects where you
Yeah,
have millennial aspects.
I do. But the funny thing is, once I turned, I'd say 42ish, 43, because I always felt like a millennial. But then once I hit like my mid 40s, I was like, I just felt so Gen X, like in my mentality and my personality. I felt,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Huh. Huh. So you remember Blockbuster Video?
I worked a Blockbuster Video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm very old. I'm not that old. I
And
was
when
born,
I say it, it's mean.
I was born in 66. But I remember I was living in the UK in 1984. Remember that date?
1984.
Yeah. Put a pin in that because in 1984, the Thatcher government passed what was called the Video Recordings Act. And I was okay, it was 1984, so what I would have been 12, 13. I was 13. Yeah, 13. And I was really excited about film. I loved film. I wanted to be a filmmaker. And now here I am, a
There you
bartender with
go.
the Legion.
It
But
only took 20 years, but you finally made it.
yeah. So they I was really excited. I got to see all these movies
Hmm.
that I always wanted to see that I could only read about. And they're all on the VHS tape. And then they passed the Video Recordings Act and banned all these. Well, you've probably heard the term video nasties. They banned all of these films, and all of them they were the ones I wanted to see
Like the rated
specifically.
R ones?
Well, no, they weren't even in England. Things were rated X. So a
Mhm.
film like the one most people would know would be Cannibal Holocaust. That disappeared. So overnight, all these video stores in the UK were raided by your local constabulary. And this is prior to Blockbuster when you just had your little corner mom and
Yeah.
pop video stores, which were fucking awesome. And everything was available. It was the Wild West, just like the internet used to be until they wrecked that.
Yeah.
So you go in, you could watch Cannibal Holocaust, you could watch Cannibal Fear Rocks, you could watch Nightmares in the Damaged Brain, whatever. All of these things that were deemed video nasties, and then they were stripped from the shelves across the country. I watched. It seems almost quaint now compared to what we're seeing these days, which is kind of
Yeah.
more insidious. But to see this, like physically, things disappear overnight, like
Yeah.
that picture of Stalin with those guys, they're just gone. But
Yeah.
also because everything is stupid and cops are kind of stupid.
Hmm.
They just had this list of films and they can't read, so they would like I remember Apocalypse Now got taken from
Oh,
the
what?
shelves from my local store because it sounded a bit like a film called Cannibal Apocalypse. The
Oh,
irony being that it was named, it was an Italian horror film called a Cannibal Apocalypse because they wanted to put apocalypse in there because it sounded like apocalypse now. Anyway, so I witnessed this wholesale disappearing of
yeah,
culture of whatever, information, media, whatever, gone overnight. And I think it's left me with a heightened fear, a heightened sense of, or certainly a heightened respect for freedom of expression.
yeah,
I'm very, I mean, obviously there are limits to things. There is a threshold,
yeah.
but I'm a very much anti-censorship,
Hmm.
and we're, David Cross would censor those idiots for going to Riyadh.
Yeah.
I don't
See,
know.
I'm very anti-censorship, but I'm okay with regulation. Like,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this today or whatever when I was just like not thinking about what I was working on because it was boring. But so I was thinking about like VHS. It's funny that you brought that up because that's my one example that's super good for regulation as opposed to censorship. Like, don't block anything and not let me watch it, but tell me how fucking old I should be to watch it. Like the rating system. Like I love that. Like, and some people view that as a type of censorship, but it's like when you have a young child, it's really nice to know that what is Y17 and what is PG because
No, honestly, I no,
everything scares them.
I hear you. I recall, as a young parent picking up a copy of Cannibal Holocaust and seeing the little X rating in the corner and thinking, "Oh, I best not watch this with my child." Come
I
on.
haven't seen Cannibal Holocaust.
I remember my wife got really mad at me one time because when Sadie was very little, she walked into the bedroom and I was sort of cradling her in my armpit like you do with a young child,
Yeah.
and we were watching The Shining on TV, and and he
Oh
was
wow.
so mad at me, so mad at me. But Sadie turned out okay. So I
How
want to
old
sort
was
of go
she?
back to,
Oh.
I
Should
want
it
to
didn't
circle.
scare her?
I don't know.
Man, Sadie's nails.
I don't talk to
Like
her.
Ruby got scared of like fucking we were gonna watch Snow White, and then there's a part where the dwarves go down this river or so, or she goes down the river when she meets the dwarves, and Ruby got too scared and I had to turn it off. And
Oh,
then yeah,
how old's Ruby
so
again?
2.5 now. So she
Good.
would have been way too scared to watch The Shining.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'll test it out.
Give it a shot tonight.
I'd be divorced if I let her watch
Wake
The
her up.
Shining.
Wake her
Yeah.
up from her deep sleep. It's just,
Yeah.
you've seen Monsters Inc.
She actually
Um,
has seen it.
well, there's no more that's an evil film. As much as
Yeah.
I love John Goodman, it's a pretty evil film.
Yeah, I think she
Jeremy
was too
Corbyn.
young when like to get what was going on to be like scared by it.
No, it's not meant to scare children. It's meant to scare you. I want to talk about Jeremy Corbyn because you brought up Bernie Sanders earlier, who
Yeah.
turned out to be a fraud. Sorry, but
Well, he's not a fraud. He just got sick of not having money.
okay,
Which I totally understand. I would be a lot happier with a whole lot of money, but
well, you know
I'm
what,
I'm still
underwater
dumb
welding.
enough. Yeah. I think I'm too old for it.
Oh yeah.
I'm 46. I don't bounce back.
Jesus, I didn't realize it was that rugged. So Jeremy Corbyn was the leader of the Labour Party in the UK.
Yeah.
You wanted to know why I thought you should call this episode 86 million Vietnamese can't be wrong.
Yes, I did.
That's because 86 million Vietnamese people were debanked 10 days ago
Oh,
because
really?
they refused to they refused to give their biometric data to the bank under new legislation requiring that you give your biometric data to the bank.
What
So
the
86
fuck?
million Vietnamese. I know, wrap your head around this. 86 million people don't have bank accounts.
This is
Now,
like double fucked because why would they do this in Vietnam? But I get the obvious reason they do it in like a less advanced country is because it's easier to push stuff like this there because people don't pay attention.
I think it's just a global program. It's going to end up everywhere.
Yeah.
And Vietnam is, it's a beta, it's a test. But
Yeah.
not long after that, the Prime Minister of the UK, Keir Stalin,
Nice.
announced the weirdest fucking prime ministerial address I can remember, and I'm old.
Hmm.
You know what I'm getting at here. He said, "We're going to introduce digital ID, and without it, you can't work. It's mandatory." And he did it in such a threatening and clumsy way
Yeah.
that immediately the backlash was ferocious, ferocious. And
Like, don't they get PR training to be like, this is a terrible idea, so we got to tiptoe into it?
well, that's exactly right. I think they do. So then, of course, in my paranoid mind, I'm like, what's the real play here?
Yeah.
So I can only assume it reminded me of when, uh, Trump was president the first time, and then COVID came along, and he said, Operation Warp Speed, it's going to be beautiful. We're going to make the most beautiful vaccine you've ever seen. And Biden and every Democratic zombie said, I'll never take a Trump vaccine. And then Biden gets elected and it's the same vaccine and they mandated it.
Yeah, but I don't think they took it. That's one of the conspiracy
Well, no,
theories
they
is,
might not have, but their base did. And not only
oh,
that,
that's true. Yeah.
they became the fucking brown shirts for it. They became the
Oh, yeah.
brown shirts for mandating the Trump vaccine because that's how brain dead they are.
It's so
But I'm
annoying how
wondering
much.
if this is the play in the UK because Boris Johnson of the Tory, former
Yeah.
Tory leader, prime minister, immediately came out and said, "I oppose this wholeheartedly. This is the greatest violation of civil rights in the history of our country," and blah blah blah. And bring up Jeremy Corbyn, who should have been the prime minister, and who
Hmm.
was, I actually think, and I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, but I think he actually was a good guy. I think he was for real. So of course they engineered his ouster by with a smear campaign that painted him and the Labour Party as anti-Semitic. And of course,
Hmm.
it came from the Israel lobby. That came out later. But every fucking fake ass leftist in the UK, all these fucking Guardian readers, hopped on board and made sure that Jeremy Corbyn was kicked to the curb. And they brought in Keir Starmer, who
Hmm.
is a piece of shit. He's just the biggest piece of shit ever.
Yeah.
And so he's done because everyone knows he's a piece of shit. There's so much dirt on that fucking gay pedophile
How
that
long
they
has he
can't.
been
It's
in?
not sustainable anymore. Uh, 2 years,
Oh, okay. How
something like
long do
that.
they stay in over there?
I think it's a 4-year term, but I think he's done.
Oh,
So
I've
now
one more
The
question
Tories will
about
come along.
this digital ID and all this shit for working. Isn't that what our fucking SIN number is?
Yes, it is, except that it's not connected to a centralized database
Oh,
that can
like
control every aspect of your life.
so like what Keir Starmer made the mistake of doing was saying out loud what the states is just going to do behind closed doors with Palantir.
Not even behind closed doors. They're just saying it.
Yeah. Well, like why would Keir Starmer be like, "Hey, we're going to do this digital ID." Why wouldn't he just do the states and be like, "We're going to take all your already existing IDs and connect them, and then we'll
Or
make a backdoor digital ID."
right, why didn't he sell it? Because the other way you do it is, of course, you create a problem and then you come along with this new thing as the
Oh.
solution. I mean, this is very, very
Like
simple.
David Icke says.
Well, sure, but also, there's nudge units are real. These sort of psychological operations are real. You're
Mhm.
right. They're coached. They know what they're doing. So Keir Starmer, for whatever reason, was pushed out onto the stage to announce this thing in the clumsiest way he possibly could. So there's something else happening, I think.
Yeah.
Carney was there with him. So it's coming here. I mean, that's all. It's already been tabled.
Oh,
You
dude,
can go to the.
Carney's like bad news. Like, it's so
You
annoying.
think?
This is my problem with fucking conservatives in Canada. They're all like, we hate Carney. I was like, you guys have no fucking idea how big of a conservative behind closed doors this guy is just gonna make money. Like he's everything you've ever wanted. He's gonna just sidestep and loophole and do everything just
Of
to make
course. No,
money.
I mean there's no clearer picture of the just how cosmetic uh political divisions at that level really are. They're
Yeah.
all, I've said it in the last episode, it's a uniparty. It's all kayfabe. It's fucking professional wrestling, guys.
Hmm.
Keir Starmer right now is the heel.
That's true.
Somebody will come along and he's going to persuade the people that they want to enter the digital prison. It's
Okay,
that.
I have a question for you right now. Carney, who is a little bit more charming than Keir Starmer, say he puts it to a vote, says, "Hey, we're going to give you the option to have digital ID." They'll call it something else because digital ID is already tainted. I'm just calling it that for reference. He's like, "We'll give you the option of this. This is how it's going to make life easier for you. You only have to like put one thing in, you can work, blah 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 and all the things that are linked to it." He puts it up for a vote in Canada. Does it go in?
Yeah, but that wouldn't happen. But yes.
Yeah.
Whereas in the UK, which is, has a history of dissident behavior, and I mean, English people are crazy, but
Well,
but
all
also,
the good ones came to Canada and the
yeah.
US like
Oh, there's a
200 years
there's
ago.
at least there's a history of like a history of actual resistance there,
Yeah.
like a long history. So the British will fight, but the Canadians, no,
Yeah.
no.
No, I
I don't
think
know.
I think Canadians would definitely just vote it in.
I think so.
They'll be like, yeah. They'll be like, and it'll be like connected to your Vax passport, and people will be like, oh, that's such an easier thing to do.
Well, that's the point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to there are several different well-known NGOs and other agencies out there which are hawking this thing. I mean, it emerged not long after Starmer made his stupid speech. And again, I can't help but think this is being managed, this information, because it became well known immediately that the company that would be used to implement the digital ID is owned by the son of Tony Blair. So
Well,
that's almost cartoonish in its villainry, like,
yeah.
so I guess
Dude,
you
fucking
could
Tony
become,
Blair just came up again. Isn't he
well,
one of the guys that's going to be in charge of like something to do with the Gaza?
oh yeah, he's been appointed, hasn't he been appointed to Trump's uh peace resolution golfing committee or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever, it's on, it's garbage, of
All the
course.
only way I remember fucking Tony Blair was it him or was it the French guy that Bush made fun of? Because the French guy he started Freedom Fries, but was Tony Blair the guy who helped him go into Iraq right away,
Yeah.
or was he one of the ones? Because he the
No,
guy with
no,
the
no.
blue binder?
I don't remember a blue binder, but yes, Tony Blair was fulsome in his support for the Iraq War. He was
Yeah,
a bloodthirsty neoconservative, and still is.
yeah. Because there was this thing where it was like the proof of the weapons of mass destruction, and there's this like famous photo of it's either him or the French leader with a blue binder. That was the evidence for it. But I think it might be the French guy after Bush kind of just bullied him into joining on to the "we're going to Iraq" train.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only thing I
Well,
remember Tony Blair from was back then.
because you're on the millennial cusp. Do you remember how quote unquote cool Tony Blair was in the 90s? When he was
No.
because he became prime minister in Britain with the Labour Party, which is, on paper anyway, the paper of the working class. And the Labour Party does have a pretty proud history. So after World War II, it was the Labour Party that built the welfare state in the UK.
Hmm.
And that was a big upset, that election, after World War II, because people assumed that Winston Churchill would be prime minister. But no, he was ousted and replaced with Labour government
Oh,
because
you
they
mean
promised.
the villain of World War II?
Yeah, the villain of World War II. He wasn't seen that way at the time.
Sorry, that's a joke for probably three people, but it was like Who's the guy who said that on the Joe Rogan podcast or the Tucker Carlson podcast?
It was, I believe it was, I'm just gonna take a swing. I'm gonna say Sam Altman.
No, no,
What?
not the AI guy. It was it's an historic guy has a historian podcast. I want to say D.
Deed?
Anyways, the joke is some guy went on Tucker Carlson and he was saying how there are these pillar beliefs that will like break society and you can't touch them. And one of them was that Winston Churchill kept World War II going longer than it should have been because they should have just like because he turned a war over Poland into a world war. Basically, was his reasoning, and
Yeah,
he'll walk you through it much better than
Jim
me.
Mars, among others, has said that, the dropping the two atomic bombs was completely unnecessary. That Japan was on the verge of, or had already signaled that it was going to surrender.
Yeah,
But anyway, Tony Blair was swept in to office after a long, long, like endless period of conservative rule in the UK.
yeah.
Uh, First with Thatcher and then John Major. And he hung out with all the pop stars. That's when Cool Britannia happened. So like he's partying with Blur and Oasis and lesser bands such as Elastica and Pulp
Oh, I love Elastic and
and
Pulp.
Menswear.
Is that a band?
Yeah, you don't remember
I've
Menswear?
never heard of Menswear, but I did like Blur, Elastica, to a lesser degree Pulp. Oasis can fucking pound sand.
The only one out of all of them that matters is Suede and maybe
Yeah.
the Manic Street Preachers.
Suede, the fucking that reminds me of that song that was off the Nowhere soundtrack. The Beautiful Ones. I think they
Oh, what
sang
a
that.
great song.
Yeah. Have you seen Nowhere?
No, what's that?
It's a movie that came out in the late 90s. I want to say it was I can't remember who made it, but it's like this weird like kind of under the radar pride movie type of deal, but it's like it's so good. It's like one of my favorite movies cuz it's like it's almost like it's super bright and colorful, but it's also dystopian and
Mm.
kind of dark, but it's like it's got that like late 90s electronica like neon coloring, and then it's got like music like Suede. It's got a really good soundtrack like Suede, and then it's got like this weird subplot of like aliens and stuff.
Yeah, was it by Greg Araki?
Yes,
No, I
it
didn't see
was.
it.
He's like Greg Araki was like at the time he was like because the Doom Generation was another one he did, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he was like a really big
yeah,
our LGBTQ
yep.
like filmmaker. I don't know the proper way to say it, but like because his first movie was called like something the homosexual adventure or something.
I don't recall that.
That was like before
But I
he made it or
remember
whatever.
there was, what was it? All fucked up, or I can't remember. I know he had a swear in one of his titles, and it was quite shocking. And he Mysterious Skin, I think that was him. But
Oh, that one with a fucking wait, I'm thinking of Under Her Skin.
oh, that's great.
Yeah,
It's a great film. I
that made
interviewed
me.
the director.
Oh, really?
What's his name? Yeah, he made Zone of Interest. Shit, what's his name? Fuck. Jamie. If
Do you
I,
want me to
I'm
Google it
looking
while I
over there, but
pretend to
what,
listen to you?
who's actually over there?
Who?
Waylon Jennings.
Oh, nice, dude. I fucking just got obsessed with Wailing Jennings like 3 months ago, like a year ago, probably. I don't know. Time's an illusion ever since COVID. But I found his last album, the fucking weird one, that has like a little bit of techno in it or whatever.
What?
Fuck, I got it. It's not techno, but it's like it's definitely not what you'd think Waylon Jennings was. But he has this song, "This Outlaw Shit Is Getting Out of Hand."
Oh, don't you think this outlaw bit has done gone out of
No,
hand? Out
it's
of
no,
hand.
it's not like that. It's not a happy song.
Oh, okay.
It's fuck you. I'm gonna tell you the name of the album.
Holy crap.
What's that?
Oh, I just looked at my phone and there's like 10 fucking billion messages. What
Why
is
can't
this?
I find it?
Just witnessed Uriah not being able to keep time.
It might be Waylon Forever or Nashville Rebel. Hold on a sec. Let me see.
Nashville Rebel was a film soundtrack from the 60s.
Oh, was it?
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Before that
that's.
was like before he became long-haired Waylon, which is the Waylon we all love.
Oh yeah, no, Waylon Forever, 2008.
What?
The
He's
song
dead.
Outlaw Shit.
He died in the 90s,
Well, it was done with the
early 2000s.
3.357s.
I don't know what this is. I remember the night he died because my ex-girlfriend called me and checked in to make sure I was okay.
Oh, really? You were that big of a fan of
Now,
Waylon Jennings?
now she's a very famous author and filmmaker, and
Was
she
it
wrote a
Margaret
book.
Atwood?
You know, it's funny you'd say that because we have a joke here about my wife Annie, how she's got like Margaret Atwood hair.
Oh, really?
Well, no,
When I was in college, I had a girlfriend and I called her Margaret Atwood
yeah.
because I met her in English class and she was boring. Oh, it just got so hot in here.
Yeah. I just
Anyways,
put my
yeah,
heat on.
Waylon Forever, the song Outlaw Shit. Look it up. It's a good one.
Okay.
But there's something weird about the album. I think it might be that it was the one he was recording or something when he died. I don't know. It was a while ago when I saw it, but there was something about it where it was like they had the singing and then they recorded the music separately, like the 357s or something. But or it was like didn't get released. I don't know. There's something about it weird that was like it was the last album he recorded and then wait, when did you say he died?
I think I'm gonna say, let's see, I got divorced. My wife left me in 2000, 99, 2000.
Get
So
dark.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 2001.
Okay. Um yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm such a bad podcast host when I like bring up this album that I liked and I can't remember why I liked it.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes of your show has been pretty bad.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe it's
that's why I usually do a tight hour because my fucking brain just turns to mush.
well, we're at an hour. It's 9/11.
Whoa, never forget.
Reminds me of that tragedy.
Good, you didn't forget. Can you believe that was 25 years ago?
No, it's crazy,
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Funny story. Back when Dale was angry at everything, I was in journalism school, and it was like 2 years after 9/11, and we were talking about it, and I asked my teacher if she thought it was an inside job. Like this is pre loose change, and I was just like, it just feels weird, like why it happened or whatever. And I was like, do you think they kind of like let it happen or had something to do with it? And I didn't know at the time, but she was an American who had worked at like Vanity Fair and shit. Like she was a big deal journalist who was just slumming it in Kamloops. I don't know how you go from like editor in chief of Vanity Fair to teaching Dale in Kamloops, but she was just like, no, they had nothing to do with it. And I was like, all right. And then like a couple years later, I was like, oh, I'm such a dickhead. I probably just offended this poor woman so much.
Oh, I don't think you were the dickhead in that scenario.
Yeah,
So to
well,
me, that 9/11 is as far away from us as Watergate was from 9/11, more or less.
Jesus Christ. What year was Watergate?
74?
Yeah, it's 27 years.
That was another inside job.
Oh, that
I
was
mean,
definitely.
yeah, but it's not what people think it was. I mean, Robert Redford just died, and I was a fan. I guess I liked a lot of his movies.
Hmm.
I really didn't like All the President's Men. It's a great film,
Yeah.
but it's a very untruthful film, and that whole story's bogus. Um, this and it was Bob Woodward. It transpires was is a naval intelligence officer.
Yeah, it's funny. Joe Rogan found that out and he's been talking about it pretty much every episode.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Well,
but like
it's a
Joe
big deal.
Joe Rogan had a guest on and he it was either him or Tucker Carlson had a guest on and that basically convinced me that Nixon was like framed and taken out.
He was. I mean,
Yeah.
Nixon was a piece of shit, and I'm not defending Nixon, but yeah, Watergate wasn't what they said it was. He was. It was a soft coup. It was a
Oh
it
yeah.
was a it was a bloodless assassination, and it
Hmm.
was committed by the same people that did a much bloodier assassination 10 years before that, 10,
Yeah.
11. Um, yeah, no, he had to go, but yeah, so the whole Watergate thing, I mean, now if you look at it, no one cares anymore. Nobody even fucking knows what Watergate is. You look at it
Yeah.
and it's laughable. It's such a bad plot. You know.
Yeah, it was like yeah, I can't even remember the plot, but it's like you like growing up I was just like, "Oh, Watergate, that was some like big scandal or whatever." And then you like find out what it was and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, it's really lame. But yeah. Good movie. But that director, Alan J. Pakula,
Yeah.
made a much better conspiracy thriller called The Parallax View with Warren Beatty. Have you ever seen that?
No, but fucking
Go wake up the kid.
conspiracy thriller, I'm fucking in.
Dude, it's the best of the lot. It's a wonderful film.
Parallax view?
The Parallax View. And then Alan Pakula would die in under very mysterious circumstances, very tragic. He was driving along the LA freeway, and I think it was like a steel uh, rod from a truck in
Oh,
front
he
of
got
him.
Final Destination?
He got Final Destination. Yeah,
Jesus. That sucks.
yeah, that's horrible.
Although I kind of want to die like that. That'd be hilarious.
Do you though?
Quick? Painless?
You'd see it coming, and that moment would last forever.
In a way that whenever anybody hears about it, they're like, oh my God, I'll remember Dale forever because he died horribly. He got a steel rod shot through his face on an LA freeway.
Well, California is falling apart, man. I
Oh,
mean,
dude. Yeah. Good thing that fucking Gavin Newsom's gonna be the next fucking president. Oh, have you seen all his fucking annoying I'm Trump now shit?
no.
Oh my God, it's the absolute worst thing. So his whole this is the last thing we'll talk about, then I gotta go.
Yeah.
But so Gavin Newsom in doing that whole like, oh, if you can't beat them, just pretend you're them type of deal. So since he can't like beat Trump, he started tweeting in Trump style. So he's like doing the all caps, being like, "We're the greatest ever." If you would have saw this, and it's fucking so annoying because it's like you got to listen to these people with Trump derangement syndrome, just basically hate everything Trump talks about, even if he makes a good point once in a while.
Yeah.
And then he just turns around and be like, "I'm just gonna do the same thing," and you're like, "Oh, you fucking idiot! You're just like making this obnoxious whole politics thing last longer." Because Trump's
Yeah.
almost dead. He's like 80 something.
Yeah, and I think he's in ill health maybe.
Yeah.
But Newsom, hold on. His father, Newsom is part of the sort of underground Fourth Reich. They all are.
Oh, really?
Of course he is. They all are. He wouldn't fucking be there
Do you think
otherwise.
they get like upset at how much the US is sucking Israel's dick?
I think they have no real feelings, any of them.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think they give a fuck.
I
I
mean,
think
that's the good point of being a sociopath is you don't get hurt feelings.
right. Yeah, I can't find it now because it's been scrubbed from the internet. But Gavin Newsom's father was like personal secretary or something, or he was a American liaison with Otto von Bolschwang. Look, the Germans lost World War II, but the Nazis sure didn't.
Oh yeah, like that's one of those conspiracy theories I heard that was the Nazis said like gave up Germany as like um a settlement to just pretend they lost the war and then like they all like fucking walk like yeah it's like oh America and Russia won the war except for all of the scientists from the Nazi regime came and ran all the businesses and the and the government facilities like NASA. Yeah, that sounds like people who lost the war.
The very first digital ID in history was created by IBM for the Nazi Party.
Really?
Well, yeah, they computerized the Holocaust was, it was computerized.
Oh, was it? I didn't know
IBM,
that.
IBM. Let's see if that's been scrubbed from the internet. Oh, William Newsom, American. That was Gavin Newsom's father.
Yeah.
Hang on. Think it'll mention his that he was hanging out with Nazis?
Probably. They like to put
What's
that on the
this?
Google front page.
He worked as the legal advisor to the Italian division of Getty Oil, and then as a tax attorney for the Getty family. Newsom
Ooh.
helped to deliver the ransom money for the release of John Paul Getty III.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Is that like Getty Images?
He was a board member, yes,
Hmm.
but Getty Oil, it's one of the richest families in the world. For most of 1969 and 1970, Newsom traveled across Europe alongside former SS Security Service member Otto von Bolschwing, who had been brought to the US by the CIA under Operation Paperclip. This is on Wikipedia.
It's fucking wild they put shit like there now. I learned
But
about
so
Operation Gladio on Wikipedia.
brought to the U.S. because you can't deny it anymore. Brought to the U.S. by the CIA under Operation Paperclip and appointed TCI's president by Getty due to his former Nazi intelligence connections and their value in obtaining defense technology contracts. Newsom referred to von Bolschwing as suave, plausible, and world weary.
Wait, he referred to him as plausible?
Yeah, plausible.
That's a weird fucking way to describe someone. This guy's really plausible. Plausibly what?
I
A
see
human
him.
being?
That means he touched him. He
Yeah.
felt he felt Otto's Van Bolschwing and went, yeah, that guy exists.
Do you think that was the type of fucking I was sorry, I was just trying to think of the name of the guy that Epstein was with when they did like the fucking Iran Contra deal for the arms because Epstein was kind of like the envoy with this big arms dealer guy. And do you think Newsom had the same kind of
Khashoggi?
relationship? Maybe, yeah. Yeah,
I
Khashoggi.
think, yeah, I did the same relationship. Pater Newsom, the older guy, the dad?
Yeah,
Why
with
not?
this like German like basically take him around and teach him the secret business of all the like Nazi intelligence guys that he could meet up with and then he could like just pretend he was a pervert while he was like selling weapons to bad guys.
I got a way of wrapping this up that's going to make you really happy because we're going to come full circle.
Yes.
We were talking about Jane Goodall,
Yeah.
and the popular uh, perception of Jane Goodall as a virtuous person
Yeah.
who did good work. Here's what Gavin Newsom's dad did after he was consorting with Nazis and working for the fucking Getty family as an attorney. Newsom was a keen environmentalist and served on the boards of both the Sierra Club Foundation and the Environmental Defense Fund. He helped to
Uh-oh.
found the Mountain Lion Preservation Foundation and was also a member of Earth Justice. He was also an advocate for otters and had one
Oh,
as a pet. During
okay.
his judicial career, he had to curb his advocacy for environmental protection to maintain his professional neutrality. And on it goes. So I bet you if I looked up, Sierra Club or Environmental Defense Fund, they probably worked with Jane Goodall.
They did. I think she was on the Environmental Defense Fund.
Weird.
Dun dun dun. Do you think he porked her?
No,
Oh.
no. I don't think those people know how to love. Maybe, I don't know.
You know, sociopaths often like animals more than they like humans.
Hitler had a dog.
I'm laughing because of the reference to the Norm Macdonald special, not because I like Hitler in any way, shape, or form.
What was his line? The more I learn about this Hitler character, the less I care for him.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, rest in peace, Norm.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go take my two dogs for a walk.
Okay, you have fun. Don't get owl swooped like you were
I'll try
talking
not.
about.
I'll try not to.
Oh wait, that
It's
was
hard.
before we were recording. Anyways, Adrian heard an owl and he was explaining to me how they swoop people.
They do. They're scary. They have fucking radar dishes for faces.
Dude, okay, last thing I'm saying and then I'll let you go. Did you see The Fourth Kind?
Yes.
Now I'm always creeped out by owls. So, anyways, this woman, she sees owls. She's like, oh, there's owls. And then all these
Yeah.
other people say they see owls. And then there's a point in the movie where they're like, they weren't owls and they end up being aliens. And there's
Yeah.
just like a smash cut of all this like flashbacks of like all the times they saw owls being aliens. And now whenever anybody brings up owls, I was like, they weren't owls. And it reminds me of that. And one of the most demasculating things happened to me because I watched that movie with these two sisters in their basement. And I was like an adult. I was like 30 something. And I was like, Jesus Christ, that was scary. And they're like, you thought that was scary? And I was like, I'm going home. You're mean.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Mila Jovovich, right? She was in it.
Yeah, I
She,
think so.
she was the psychiatrist.
Oh,
Yeah, it
my
was a
new
bit of a
red
scary
flag
film.
that I just thought of when
Uh-huh.
somebody doesn't get scared by scary movies, stay away from them.
My kid watched fucking The Shining when she was 2.
Yeah. Your kid's
Yeah.
a red flag. I'm just
Stay
kidding.
away from my kid, man.
I haven't seen your kid since she was in your wife's belly.
I know. I
Like
know.
that one time we
No,
talked
she
about.
says hi. And she actually called me before we did this. And I said, I
Oh,
can't
really?
talk. I'm going to talk to this dude, Dale DeFruiter. And I told him the whole story. And I mentioned, I've got a picture of you and him, except that you're not out yet.
Oh, I've
You're
literally been 25 years since I've
at
heard
the
someone call me
Warped Tour.
defruiter.
It was 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
the Warped tour when I was interviewing the singer of MXPX.
That's right.
Back when I used to do cool things.
Yeah, no, you're doing cooler things now.
Oh
Welding matters.
man. Imagine
MXPX
having a
does not.
podcast 25 years ago. Oh no,
Yeah,
that was 20 years ago.
it's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
She's 20.
97. Cool.
All right. All right, I gotta go.
Can I listen to your FM show on the internet?
Yeah, you can find it on it's Cheer FM 109.7. I
Will
don't
it
know if
make
it
me
reaches
happy? Or do they have to
uh
change their name?
I think you'll find my show amusing because you'll hear me struggling with my truth. 107.9. You can actually listen to it on the internet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you on a mindfulness journey right now?
No, I'm trying not to offend the island, but it's a 3 o'clock on Fridays, lights, camera, Adrian with your host, Adrian.
Nice.
Yeah. We talk about movies. I just covered Eddington and One Battle After Another and Capricorn 1.
Oh,
Mm.
that's old when the others
It's
are
good
new.
though.
Yeah, it
It's
is. Is one battle after another as bad as the fucking what's the equivalent for calling for a soy boy on the right? What's a conservative soy boy?
I don't know, a Groiper?
No, that's Fuentes shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But
Well, anyways, the sensitive conservative boys don't like that movie.
well, but neither do the sensitive left-wing girls. Brianna Joy Gray tweeted that it was a counter-revolutionary psyop. And I laughed because I was like, you're the kind of mainstream political operative that would deny the existence of psyops until one comes along that you don't fucking like. And now
Yeah,
they're real suddenly.
yeah.
But anyway,
It's
I think
funny
she
how everybody uses the term psyop now.
isn't it strange?
Yeah,
I know. And it hasn't been it hasn't been toxified like deep state. We talked about that last time.
yeah. Okay, I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much for listening to me, Adrian.
Are we stopped?
No,
This
okay.
meeting is being recorded.
Until next time, stay angry.